Good morning, boys and girls. This is Miss Mumford, and I'm here to talk about using the adverbs in sentences. Your goal today will be after this lesson, you'll be able to write complete sentences that contain adverbs. And let's review adverbs. Remember, adverbs are words that describe a verb, and they usually come before or after the verb. It tells how something was done, when something was done, where something was done. For example, the boy ran quickly down the road. This is telling how he ran. First of all, you look for the verb ran. How did he run? He ran quickly. Sarah read silently at her desk. How did she read? She read silently. I will eat breakfast tomorrow. Tomorrow is the adverb. It tells when you ate breakfast. Also, when you're writing your sentence, it's very important to remember that a sentence needs to have a subject and a predicate. The subject is who or what the sentence is about. The predicate is what the subject does or is. Now let's look at some examples. The dog chased the cat through the park. Think about your subject, who you're talking about, and who or what they're doing. The subject in this sentence is the dog. We're talking about the dog. What about the dog? The predicate answers that question. The dog chased the cat through the park. Chase the cat through the park is the predicate. Dad mowed the lawn on Friday morning. What's this? Who is the subject in this sentence? And what is that subject doing or is? If you said Dad was the subject, you are correct. Dad is who we're talking about. What did Dad do? He mowed the lawn on Friday morning. That is the predicate. Love to play tag. What's the subject in that sentence? Who or what are we talking about? And what did they do is the predicate. Is there a subject in this sentence? If you said no, there's not a subject, you are correct. We don't know who we're talking about in this sentence. We do know the predicate part of the sentence. Whoever we're talking about, they love to play tag. This is what we call an incomplete sentence. It's missing the subject part of the sentence. Next example, my friend and I. Remember, sentences need to have a subject and a predicate. Does this sentence have a subject? In this case, the subject is my friend and I. But we're missing the predicate part of the sentence because we don't know what they did. My friend and I did what? My friend and I went to the park. My friend and I ate ice cream. It is missing the predicate part of the sentence. So this is an incomplete sentence because it's missing the predicate part of the sentence. Also, when you're writing your sentence, you need to consider cups, capitalization, understanding, punctuation, and spelling. For capitalization, did your sentence start with a capital letter? Are your proper nouns capitalized? And remember, your proper nouns are names of people or places. They need to start with capital letters, even if they're in the middle of the sentence. Do not just randomly put a capital letter somewhere in the sentence when it doesn't need to be there. For understanding, if someone else was to read your sentence, could they understand what you meant by your sentence? Does it have extra words? Are you missing words? Does the sentence make sense? For punctuation, does every sentence have a punctuation where it belongs? This also means that you can't just randomly put a period or question mark somewhere and make it a sentence. It has to have a subject and a predicate. That is an important part. Can't just add a period and say, oh, that's my sentence. And lastly, the spelling. Are the words spelled correctly or close to being spelled correctly? So let's look at this. When you're writing your sentence, it's important to think about all these things at the bottom. Capitalization, understanding, punctuation, spelling. For example, for this sentence, my family went to Myrtle Beach last year. Capitalization is the first thing you need to check. Does this sentence start with a capital letter? Yes, it does. My is the first word in my sentence, and it starts with a capital letter. Understanding, does my sentence make sense? I'm going to reread it again just to make sure that missing any words or have extra words. My family went to Myrtle Beach last year. Understand that sentence. So that is a check for that. Punctuation. Do I have an ending mark to my sentence? And is it the correct ending mark? Because if I was to ask a question, I wouldn't have a period. So I'm going to read my sentence again. My family went to Myrtle Beach last year. Have a period. I'm not asking a question, so it doesn't need a question mark. So punctuation is correct. Spelling. My family went to Myrtle Beach last year. Everything's spelled correctly. Have capital letters where they need to be. Even Myrtle Beach, because it's the name of a place, is capitalized. You understand my sentence? Punctuations correctly, spellings correctly. So that sentence matches it all. Now you are going to have a chance to write some good second grade sentences. You're going to log into Google Classroom and complete this assignment. And the directions are you're to pick 5 of the adverbs in the box. That's here. And you're going to use each one of those in a different sentence. Remember that we talked about the sentence has to have a subject and a predicate. That means who you're talking about, what they're doing. And it needs to follow the cups. Capitalization. Your sentence starts with capital letters. Proper nouns are capitalized. The understanding. Does the sentence make sense? If someone else came and read your sentence, could they read it and understand it? The punctuation. If you're asking a question, does it have a question mark? If you're showing excitement, does it have an exclamation mark? If it's just making a statement, is there a period? And the spelling. Make sure that the spelling is correct. Have fun.